Hello student, this is next topic from module 2 after complex integration, that is Cauchy's theorem and Cauchy's integral formula. Okay, first of all we'll go for the Cauchy's theorem. Before Cauchy's theorem we need to study some basics. Let us take a function f of z is equal to 1 upon z minus 1. Okay, if I put the value z equal to 1, then the function become infinite or not defined, you can say, or the function does not have continuity, right? So from this we can conclude that the point z equal to 1 is a singular point of the function f of z. Okay, let us take a second example. F of z is equal to e power z upon z plus 2 into z plus I. So what are the singular point of this function? Z equal to minus 2 and z equal to minus I. Why these are the singular point? Because at this point the function become infinite. Therefore these are the singular point of the given function. So there may be more than one singular points we can find out by looking at the function. So this is about the singular point of the function. Keeping in this mind, let us go further. Okay, it is a statement of a Cauchy's theorem. If f of z is analytic function and f dash of z is continuous at each point within and on a closed curve C, then the value of the closed integral f of z dz is equal to 0. So I'll explain this statement by taking a small example. Evaluate the closed integral z square upon z minus 1 dz, where C is the circle, modulus of z is equal to half. Okay, let us find out the points first. Mod z is equal to half, it is given. What is mod z? X plus iy, you know, that is equal to half. Modulus of x plus iy is square root of x square plus y square is equal to half. Squaring on both sides, you are getting x square plus y square is equal to half square. So this represent what? A circle, right? With center 0, 0 and radius is what? Half. Okay, let us locate this point on the xy plane. Let us draw the circle with center 0, 0 and radius is what? Half. Okay, this point is called half, 0 and this minus half, 0 and this is 0, half and this is 0, minus half. You know, this is real axis and this is imaginary axis. Okay, now see this function. What is the singular point of this function? That is z equal to 1, right? Now this function is not analytic at z equal to 1. Why? Because this z equal to 1 lies outside the circle. You can see here half is this point and 1 is somewhere here, right? Outside the circle. Therefore the function is not analytic at z equal to 1. But when this function is analytic, this function is analytic within and on a closed circle, right? Then the function is analytic. So if this function is analytic within and on a closed curve, then the value of function is equal to 0 according to the Cauchy's theorem. If f of z is analytic function, then f dash of z is continuous at each point within and on a closed curve C, then the value of the function is equal to 0. Suppose now the question arises, this point lies inside the circle, then what is the value of this function? So that we are going to study in Cauchy's integral formula. Okay, so let us see the statement first. Cauchy's integral formula. A statement: if f of z is analytic inside and on a closed curve C, and if A is any point within C, A is any point within C, then the integral f of z closed curve C f of z upon z minus a dz is equal to 2 pi I f of a, where a is a singular point of the given function. So this is very important theorem and formula. So okay, so let us solve one example by using Cauchy's integral formula. So evaluate integral e raised to 2z upon z plus 1 upon z minus 2 into z minus 2 dz, where C is the circle, modulus of z is equal to 3. Now first of all we need to find the singular points of the given function. What are the singular points? Here z equal to minus 1 and z equal to 2, right? And now this point lies inside the given circle, right? Modulus of z is equal to 3. So if this lies inside the circle, then use the Cauchy's integral formula, right? Now let us take the first part, that is 1 upon z plus 1 z minus 2, and let us solve the first part. So this we can solve by partial fraction, that is a upon z plus 1 plus b upon z minus 2. Take it as equation 1. After cross multiplying, you are getting this equation 1 equal to a z minus 2 plus b z plus 1. Okay, you know how to find the value of a and b, no need to explain again. So 1 is equal to, putting z equal to 2, you are getting the value of b. Putting z is equal to minus 1, you are getting the value of a minus 1 by 3. Okay, and this value you have to put in the equation 1. So you are getting minus 1 by 3 a value upon z plus 1 as it is, plus b 1 upon 3 into z minus 2. Okay, now take the given function e power 2z, z upon z plus 1 z minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 3, take it outside. Okay, e raised to 2z remaining, this function you can write e raised to 2z upon z minus 2 minus e raised to 2z upon z plus 1. Now take the integral full function, that is e raised to 2z dz upon z plus 1 z minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 3 integral, take the integral to each term, e raised to 2z upon z minus 2 dz minus integral e raised to 2z upon z plus 1 dz. Take it as equation 2. Okay, now by the Cauchy's integral formula, you can find the value of these two functions separately. First of all, write down the formula. F of z upon z minus a dz is equal to 2 pi I f of a. Remember, a is the singular points of the given function, that is I have written a is equal to 2 and minus 1. And what is f of z? It is given in the question, function e raised to 2z, right? So 1 by 1 we will take integration of e raised to 2z upon z minus 2 dz is equal to, okay, formula is 2 pi I f of a. Substitute f of a is 2. So 2 pi I. So f of 2, you can substitute here e raised to 2 into 2, e raised to 4. So you are getting f of 2 is equal to e raised to 4. Now similarly second half is equal to, that is e raised to 2z upon z plus 1 dz is equal to 2 pi I f of minus 1. Formula is f of a. Next singular point is f of minus 1. So again f of minus 1 substitute here, e raised to 2 into minus 1, e raised to minus 2, e raised to minus 2 you can write 2 pi I 1 upon e square. You got the value of this function by using Cauchy's integral formula. So let us substitute these two value in the equation 2. Okay, so when you are substituting the equation 2, you will get integration e raised to 2z upon z plus 1 z minus 2 dz. Right and left hand side is same, 1 by 3 2 pi I e raised to 4 minus 2 pi I upon e square. So you can take 2 pi I common. So this is the required answer for the given function.